Right, so here we go. The final of the 2017 Craig Roberts Memorial Trophy. John Bailey from North Wales against Glynn Cookson from Winsford, Cheshire. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is a repeat of one of the earlier finals where Glynn won one of his 2 titles. So I'm sure John, having survived an epic, will be all fired up. But then again, so will Glynn, who also survived an epic 21-20 win against Callum Wright, and John Bailey a 21-19 win against Greg Smith. So once again, Michael, who is your money on?
Put me on the spot, will you, Roger?
I love putting you on the spot.
The way that John Bailey finished, if he can start like he finished, I think Bailey will win. But as bowling is bowling, Cookson does like the green. 2 victories out of 3 already and in another final, so... And he's set off with an absolute dream bowl. Yeah,
he has indeed. Well, I'm delighted that we're joined by another guest who's joined us in the commentary box, if you can call it a commentary box or commentary 3 seats. Elliot McGuinness from the Midlands, but has also spent a lot of time in Yorkshire. Welcome.
Thank you, Roger. Cheers.
Yes, welcome, Rog, and as you're affectionately known. And it always confuses me because I'm on the green at the same time as you, and they're all saying, "You're on, Rog," and then I'm looking around and I'm thinking, "There's not another Rog here."
It's rarely me that's on, Roger, to be fair. It probably is you.
That's that. But yeah, but it's when they say bold Rog, and I know it's not me. But anyway, welcome. So have you enjoyed the evening?
Yes, very good. Very, very impressed with the venue. Probably 2 people that many wouldn't have expected to get through to the final, really, after those semis. Callum and Greg probably look big favourites to get through. But John's battled very well to get to the final, and Glynn's just caught Callum out last end, well, really badly, to be honest.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic bowl, 2 bowls from Callum. So I'll put you on the spot now, Rog. What do you think?
I'm going to go Cookson. Just with green knowledge and having won.
What do you mean green knowledge?
Oh.
He doesn't know. Bailey knows more about the green than greensman.
Fair comment, Michael. Actually, fair comment. But he's obviously found it well in his
he's been in the final, you know, Bailey.
Yeah, and he put yeah. No, you're all right, Michael. I'm going Cookson though. I go Cookson.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that all right with you?
I've gone with Bailey.
Well, exactly. You're a guesser.
Oh, then that Bob,
do I get a deciding vote?
Guess.
Go on, Roger.
I'm going for the deciding vote with the you 2 split down the middle. I'm just going John Bailey, but in a way that's my heart. Being a fellow Welshman.
What do you think, Mike?
But Glynn has got a lot of experience, and as the green's getting heavier, I think that plays to Glynn's strengths as the evening wears on.
But don't forget, Roger.
He's getting on a bit now.
He's getting on a bit now.
Like you, Mike.
Rog is a bit of a young un, and Roger's a bit of an old un, and Glynn's nearly as old as me. And he might be tiring after three games, you know.
I know, it's...
But then again, you look at John, and he's not been playing much, and maybe John playing 3 games might be too much for him and all.
Yeah.
So anyone could win.
Well, there you go. Let's just spin a coin. Anyway, we are now...
one apiece, I think.
One apiece.
We've been talking for the last 20 minutes, and it's one apiece.
Doing a great job.
Now, Bodge used to be at university in Leeds, and he did a bit of moonlighting for one of the teams in Yorkshire. How did you find playing in Yorkshire as a Warwick and Worcester man?
Not a big job, Michael, really. Not a big job, Michael.
Some of the crowd are saying you went to the wrong pub, sir.
Oh no, I played at the better club, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Playing with Duncan Reeves every week, you wouldn't turn away that opportunity, would you, Michael?
No, you're quite right.
You know.
It's a wonder they let you in Yorkshire after all the results Warwick and Worcester have been having against Yorkshire. You could be the spy in the camp, and I'm sure that you've been reporting back to Warwick and Worcester HQ with all the inside information for these county matches.
Plenty of notes taken, Roger.
I bet they have. Yeah.
Have you been here for the week?
Very busy working, Michael. Very busy working, as you can imagine.
Have you been in the competitions?
No, I've not played. Honestly, I've been working, Michael.
No, come on.
Something you wouldn't know a lot about, Michael. Something you wouldn't know a lot about, I understand.
No, the working's for the lower class, shall we say. And now I'm drawing my pension, it's...
a very well earned, hard-earned pension as well,
yes,
Michael.
Exactly.
So one to John Bailey there to retake the lead on a ball that looked to be all for the world going narrow, but went on the inside, and now he's back to his favoured part of the green. He's looking for these corners again on this mark that got him out of jail against Greg Smith. It's all about getting in first, though.
I must admit, there's not a lot of trail in this green tonight. It's virtually playing
it's
up
pulling
to
in
the
very
jack.
quick. Yeah.
You know,
Dying as the evening progresses as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean,
Definitely.
we must be turned 9 o'clock now, and the lights are on.
A good reply from Glynn there.
It won't be shaken off so easily. I can see this being a very tight game.
Yep. And talking of dying, the wind's died down a bit. John's just played a reacher, and he's half the jack and go off the green.
Off the green.
Glynn says thank you very much, and I'll try and help myself to 2.
Certainly far enough.
Have you had a chance to speak to any of the players about the way they've played tonight, Podge?
I haven't. I've just missed Mr. Smith. In fact, I spoke to Mr. Wilson actually. I had 10 minutes with him. He's donated a set of bowls to the raffle. He said they were his own actually, Michael, after his performance.
You know, it gives you heart, doesn't it, when a player of Graham's stature can play them 4 and 5 yards short on a 23-yard mark.
I thought I was watching you, Michael, to be honest.
Well,
I mean, not heard. He is qualified at the Waterloo.
Wow.
He is a swallow having
in peak form, is he,
fantastic.
Michael? It's all these Vets games he's
Fantastic
playing.
late summer.
It's all these Vets games.
Yeah.
now
he
this
he's
is a
machine.
strange tactics, isn't it?
You wouldn't see Glynn Cookson playing this in the middle of the green very often, would you?
Mark.
Yeah.
He's
Well, Glynn
decided that
wants to
John's a
run.
better corner player than
Wants
him.
to run.
Well, that just shows the respect that he's got for John in terms of obviously that end of his game against Greg. He thought, I'm not going to play that corner that John was been doing so well on.
Yeah.
Good ball.
Oh, great ball from John
Good ball.
to retake the lead.
Are you going home tonight?
No, tomorrow, Michael. Tomorrow morning.
So you're staying the night?
Yes.
Which lucky chap's got the honour of staying with you?
Well, on my own, Michael, on the business. On the business. It's got to be done. Edit that out, Thomas.
There's no edit. That's it. It's all on record.
Yeah, it's nice to see some of the Warwick and Worcester lads here. Daniel was pleased to see Greg and Gareth, and
Oh, definitely.
Gareth's father here.
He should be.
Gareth's sister has Eliza been playing as well?
I don't think she has. I think
Right.
I think Mel's just come up today, actually. I don't think she's been playing.
Right.
But no, there's a few of us here today to cheer on our boys.
Oh, it's great to see you.
worked so well.
It's great to see you.
No, well,
Well, John, but the festival itself, do you fancy having a dabble in it?
Potentially, yeah. They seem to have had a good time, so I'd imagine they'll be looking to revisit next year. So
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be great if they spread the word and back to the Midlands, and a few more of the lads decide to come down and spend a week on the North Wales coast.
Yes.
They'd be most welcome. Michael and I were talking earlier and with Dave Waters about the demise of competition bowls, and we need all the support we can get in these tournaments.
Yeah, quite correct.
How's the bowling down in the Warwick and Worcester area? How are you finding it? Teams dropping out, or is it thriving?
No, bad, Michael.
Is it?
Yeah, just as bad as anywhere else, unfortunately.
Right. Even with all the success of the county team, it's not inspiring
No.
people to...
A lot of teams
take
struggling
it
to
up.
get two sides out on a Saturday these days. It's yeah, not so good.
Is Saturday
unfortunately.
your main league?
Yeah, Saturday bowling is the main.
Right.
Yeah.
It's sad there are a few teams folding because they can't get the numbers.
Yeah, can't get the numbers, losing their land. It's yeah, it's same as everywhere really.
Yeah. It's sad to see, and you know, with such a pedigree that Warwick and Worcester have got, in terms of the players they've produced over the years, you know, it must be heartbreaking for you know, people at the head of the county in terms of sort of like just fostering the game and its future.
What a great ball that is, Glynn Cookson.
It is. But is it a great ball or is it a bad ball, even though it's won it?
How can it be a bad ball over 50 yards, Michael?
Should he or not? Should he not been
I remember the days you used to produce balls like this.
Michael,
I'll tell you what, if you did that on the Waterloo,
it's
Michael,
absolute nonsense.
in the final day,
Absolute nonsense.
you wouldn't say that was a bad ball.
What a bad ball, one Cookson.
Yeah.
No, I think that was a good ball of Bailey's. He passed the jack and... well, you know, the chances of someone making
Throw him off. Get Waters
a
back.
3 or 4
Get
inch
Waters
ball
back.
with a dead one at this
Get
time of
Waters
night.
back.
Well, you are clutching at straws if you want him back. Like
Glynn's
on the
been
panel,
doing that
it'd have been
all his
decried that
career.
ball as a bad one. Got to be up.
Yeah. But you can't beat a dead length ball like that in the corners.
Whose bag is it today then, Michael? I think is one of the most important questions today.
I've give Mr. Waters permission to carry Gary's today, and
Okay.
I've carried Graham's, and it looks as though I made a bit of a town halls of Graham's bag.
Is it because now you have to take the pram with Gary as well? Is it just too much like hard work with you?
Jessica's not here today, but the baby seat is in the back, and if David and myself would have been there, one of us would have had to have sat on the baby seat. So I succumbed to letting David have the proper seat, and I came in with Graham, Kathy and the girls, and I had to keep the girls entertained, reading books and singing songs on the way down, you know, like you do.
I bet you make a wonderful babysitter, Michael. You're natural, absolute natural.
First time in a while you've kept the girls entertained, I hear, Michael.
He's saying nothing.
Silence
Well,
is
there's a reacher
golden.
from John. He needed a connection and he's not got it, and another 2 to Glynn.
We'll bypass that comment,
Okay, Michael, that's fine.
Mr. Guinness. You carry on drinking your
Squash, Michael.
lemonade squash, or whatever the cider you're drinking is.
Apple juice, Michael, apple juice.
Well, Glyn's got a great green craft about him, and he's on this mark that he really enjoys spinning it up with his right hand.
Yep, and he's gone 7-3 in front.
Yeah.
All that green knowledge I mentioned, Michael.
He's just wearing a channel down these corners.
Well, then, and only just
Some
nothing
peg down
wrong
there
with Glyn's
again.
memory, that's for sure, because this is exactly the mark that's won him 2 titles.
Absolutely, we've jinxed him. Absolutely buzzed that 2 yard through. Better here.
But was it not strange that he came up to the middle of the green and then went into the corner instead of going from the stand into the corner?
Yeah.
Just
he
maybe
obviously
try to break John's concentration by thinking, why has he gone
obviously
there?
threw that tactic out the window straight away, and he's now reverting to type.
This has got a chance.
Yeah,
Got to
big
miss that
chance.
ball.
There's Glyn's.
Great ball.
This is what he
very
was
well
doing
known
when he
father
was
Colin
winning
used
the
to say, that's
Well
another
done.
heartbreaker.
How old is Glynn now?
He's 59. He was 59 a couple of weeks ago.
So how long's Glynn been playing at the top now? 35 years?
At the top?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Glynn has been at the top for. He really sort of like came through, I think, in probably late 80s. So he's been at the top a long time.
30 years.
He won the Bassmasters in 1994, which was a major televised tournament. Well, he's won the All England, and the list goes on. Waterloo.
What he
the list
hasn't
goes
won
on
isn't
and on.
worth winning, Roger.
Exactly. So, but really, I think that that the winning of the Bassmasters really jettisoned him into the game's top 10, and he's probably been there or thereabouts.
He's probably still there now.
Yeah, exactly.
Decent length.
Yeah, he's played a good ball, finger peg under the crown.
And he's just got a fantastic delivery. He just gets it away so clean. And it's not often that Glynn is short. Always attacking the jack. Great running balls he uses as well.
There's a lot of spinning if you can think about it when he plays his finger peg. He spins them off his wrist.
Is he far enough?
No, he's just a back.
Just
Not
John
happy.
there, I think. Even though it's early stages, John wants to reel him in quickly.
8-3. He needs two here to make it 8-5. And he has.
Good balls.
Yeah, excellent bowling.
Yes. 8-5. Cookson leads.
What's John's tactic now then, do you think, Michael?
John, I think he'll go back to where he beat Greg. He'll either go down to that corner where the dip is or come up to this corner. He's going into the dip corner.
He's gone to the dip.
He's got to go to where he's got his points in the last game,
Yeah.
I think. Because he did play pretty well against Greg to come back. Didn't give Greg much chance.
No.
And this one wants to run down that hole. Run
Just
another
pulling
5
dead
foot.
there now.
He's just
Not
not
a good one.
just not reaching it like he did against Greg.
I think, as you say, I think the greens died down a yard or two, definitely. This looks plenty far enough.
Mind that child,
reached
please.
it. Yeah.
Well, if you walking frame up, love.
Glynn
He
saw
thought Callum was
John's
striking.
ball dragging, and he just thought, right, I'm gonna thump this out. But there is a finish there, but you got to get there first.
This wants to run still.
Yeah,
Not so
done
bad though.
well. Done
ball.
well.
Not
Far
sure
enough
again. Not
Far
sure
enough, he
again.
is really moving again, and that will go.
He'll be happy if it saves now.
Yeah, just stayed on. Right, well, John's back in
I
his
think-
corner.
Well, it might have saved that. John's a long way short.
He's looking for two.
I'm not being disrespectful to the players, but I think the standard has dropped as the night's gone on.
Interesting, Michael.
That's controversial, Michael.
Well, I think the way
Two
that Callum
finalists have
played,
come out of this
played
marvellous eight.
exceptionally well now. This is a strange tactic.
Well,
I
this
just
is
feel
strange.
that
I am surprised at this.
even though Graham only got two, Graham played a lot of good balls into the dip and Callum bashed them all over. And you were leading really top-class balls, and then in the semi-final, just slipped off a little bit.
Callum was excellent. I
He
agree.
was.
Well, when you lead one like that, it's not a bad decision to go there, is it? That's a great lead from John.
No. There's something wrong with this. Short and narrow.
One of mine, Michael.
Well, we have known you to play him once or twice like that. But as Warwick Worcester's finest, you do play him a lot nearer than that most of the time.
Thank you, Michael.
Who's doing all the winning down in Warwick and Worcester now? Is Greg still the main man?
He's the man to beat,
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
a doubt. I think Gareth obviously won our county merit this time for the first time.
Gareth Herbert.
Yeah, great player, really good player. Just not far off talent-wise, not far off Greg. Just needs to have it in the head really to be as good. But Gareth and Greg are certainly up there. Just so many good players in Warwick and Worcester now.
Right.
Ryan Prosser, Ben Harris, Brack still a very good player. Lots of good players.
Yeah, it's a wealth of talent, and must be gutted not to have gone out of the group in this year's county championship. That's very young Warwick and Worcester like.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rebuilding period at the moment, but I think we'll be back. I think we're
Undoubtedly.
Plenty of good players to get us back, and we've got Greater Manchester in the group next year, so we should be okay.
Yeah, I can guarantee you will be okay. Yeah, we're in a, not a similar position. We're in a lot worse position. We're rebuilding from basically the bottom up.
Are you still getting the game, Michael?
I still catch.
I
I still catch the county team. Yes, that's only because we don't have sufficient players to kick me out at the moment.
Still selling the raffle on the day as well?
Yeah, I still sell the raffle and I still make the announcements and I still collect the door money.
And you play.
I
And
still
you play as
and
well.
I still...
Whatever you
everything
paid,
else.
it's far too much, Michael.
Yeah, someone's coach is just gone.
Yeah, it doesn't sound the best.
So,
Is that Tom Ellis starting the car because he's done his money?
No, he got a nice double up. And,
Oh, did he? Oh, right.
in the
it's
first
not
two
that bad.
games, and he lost because he backed Greg and Callum to win it overall.
Had a lot of faith in Gary then.
He had a hell of a lot of faith in Gary.
backed
He backed
against him.
Greg against him.
Yeah, backed against him, Budge. Yeah.
I'm almost starting to agree with Michael. It pains me to say it, but yeah, it's not being as good.
Yeah. And you think it'd improve because the wind has dropped.
The wind dropped,
the
yeah,
green's
yeah.
died.
Yeah, yeah.
Decent ball there, Glynn.
Yeah, he's had to rectify one 4 or 5 foot short and narrow. John's come the other way here.
Going a
He's
bit.
got the pig, no.
He's gone out. They both play different pegs.
Just wrestled the advantage and opening up a little bit of a gap. Yeah, 10-7 Cookson.
Glynn's going to come over to the scoreboard now. Another change of tactic.
Yeah, he's obviously taking a leaf out of the Callum Wright book of balls here, and knocks one on.
Tapes.
Well, I've been watching Glynn a long time, and it's not often I see him playing little marks like these.
Yeah, you wouldn't imagine having long tapes called against Glynn,
No.
for a fact.
This is a mark, Michael.
I'd be surprised if it's not. I would. Do they not know that people have hotels to get back to tonight?
I know.
Well, John's a good judge.
Yes, I think they've made a few pounds for the charity tonight, Roger.
I think so, and it's such a great cause.
Probably in the region of £800, I would have thought, overall.
Yeah, and I think the raffle was really well supported,
Yeah,
and rightly so.
yeah. Daniel and Craig's family will be very pleased with all the help that he's been given from Rhos Park Bowling Club.
Yeah, it's become a real centrepiece of the festival now for for the past 4 years, and all credit to Daniel, and I know Craig's family's so proud of what Daniel does every year in Craig's memory. Great school friends, and well, fantastic friends.
Yeah.
And what a way to remember Craig.
Wants to run down that hill.
That's a
And he has
fantastic
done.
ball from John Bailey.
Good
A
ball.
real good pressure ball
Wake the crowd up.
to
10-8.
to
Cookson
press that
leads.
jack back and close the gap. Oh, great ball. Well, is he going to go for this corner that he's not tried
I
yet?
think he's got to try this corner.
He's going back to his old stomping ground.
He's played absolutely marvellous against Greg Smith to get out, and he's just not tried it again.
No, he's not.
Over the previous
some
years, he's
stage.
played this his finger peg into this mark here.
Looks plenty far enough.
Yeah.
And he's generally played it very, very well. But tonight, he hasn't.
Well, Glenn's short.
Yes, miles. Good.
Thought it
2-3
was running
yards.
like when Callum
Yeah.
played down there.
Callum might have kept his
You
on
can
now.
see the breeze on their shirts, so they must be playing into a fair breeze now. It's picking up again.
Better here.
Has he missed it?
Starting to pick up again. Oh, he's wriggled past it. He's line 2, but I'm sure they won't count.
Michael's given me the dirtiest look ever after that comment.
This needs to run.
Yes, it does.
This needs to run a long, long way.
Well,
Oh, then who's
I
in?
believe it.
Run between them, Michael.
Who's in, they say?
The back ball might
The
have a
standard
chance.
of bowling has improved.
Well,
Bailey won.
that ball has counted. Well, it doesn't matter. They look all the same on the
Yeah, they
scorecard.
don't show how far they are away,
And,
which I'm grateful for.
reeled it into 9-10.
Don't you think, Michael, Roger, these sort of events, they just lack, these days, they just lack a bit of atmosphere, don't they?
They lack
Just
a lot
bit
of atmosphere.
People shouting their man on. People will have bet on Glynn and John here, without a
Mm,
doubt. And
yeah,
there's-
yeah.
Well, this is quite to North Wales. An event such as this is quite a departure. You know, it's
Yeah.
normally sort of like club bowls,
Great effort.
competitions, few and far between. So they don't. It's not commonplace like it used to be in Manchester, Cheshire, and you know, and parts of Staffordshire and the West Midlands. So yeah, people are predominantly club bowlers, with a handful of people obviously coming down for the week. Well, hopefully more than a handful of people, but that actually go around and follow the competition bowling and like to have a bet. So yeah, it is a bit subdued, I must admit. And
I think it's everywhere though, Roger.
Yeah.
We get it in the Midlands. We've got enough big competitions, but get to the final and there's plenty of people watching in general, but there's just no atmosphere,
No
unless there's a
People
big local
walking-
favourite.
People walking past wouldn't know there's a game of
No,
bowls
no, you wouldn't.
taking place, would there? There's no applause when
No.
good bowls are played. There's no get another, no shouting.
well, what do you think the answer is then?
I don't know what the answer is, but I think the problem is familiarity with a lot of the players and a lot of the spectators. They're scared of shouting against one player so they don't offend the other because
Yeah.
the mates and
Could be fair comment.
You
It's
know,
caught Glynn short again.
if I'm watching Gary and Graham, who do I shout for?
Yeah.
Oh,
Whose bag's the lightest, Michael, surely?
And yet, you know, you've got a sport like darts where they're all screaming and shouting and
Yeah,
waving
yeah.
those cards up in the air. The players
We've
seem to
woken
play
up,
better.
Roger.
They seem to play better the more noise there is. So
It is funny. You go to an All England and people are going absolutely crackers, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think Alcohol might have a slight say in that, to be honest, but
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, the All England is the blue ribbon event along with the Waterloo.
But then again, you generally find that the people that are doing a lot of the shows, you know, third and fourth and fifth division players that
Yeah,
quite correct.
would never ever dream of they would dream of getting in that position, but they know that it'll never happen, and you know, they're not bothered if they upset one of the top players or something like that, you know. Or they upset a few women who are watching round the green because they're using bad language and things like that.
You know, and I have to say there's a fine line as well, because in a few All Englands I've seen things just get a little bit out of hand with people encroaching on the green having had a few drinks. So you know, it's a
You wouldn't see that in Warwick and Worcester, Roger. That doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
No.
Just my imagination.
Mild-mannered and very well behaved.
Yeah. So yeah, it's you know, we want people to enjoy themselves. We want them to make a noise. We want them to shout.
I'm sure there's a lot of organisers would love to know what the answer is.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. You know, bring back the challenge matches and things. You know, I don't know where they're playing. Each player puts, like at Martin last year when they had the £250 challenge.
Good day, that,
Each
Michael.
player put in £250, and the crowd really got behind the players, and there was a lot of good banter, even though it was drink-fueled at times. There were no, from what I can remember, there were nothing untoward said or done, but it was a good atmosphere.
Back to 12 each, Michael.
Yeah, well, while we were talking, John had a nice, useful break, but Glynn's reeled him back in, and
A bit like deja vu, we've been here before.
yeah, and it's a game of 9 up.
Well, we're just waiting for it to ignite, aren't we, really?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
And it's not being disrespectful to the players. They are trying as hard as they can do.
Better here, Glynn.
Yeah, whoever's going to win this has got to really up it.
I think that's what it's going to take. If one of them ups it by 10-15%, that could be
one might
enough.
follow it through, though.
Buzzed
Got
it.
the gap.
Going to go off now, I think.
Well, we know where Glynn's going to go if he gets in here. He's going to come finger peg into this left-hand corner on our side. But
John's after this.
determined not to let Glynn count at this end.
Big effort for me, Michael.
It's won it, it's won
Yeah,
it.
he has won it. He's played a
Good ball.
superb ball.
Well, I think John's going to go down the front edge.
Yes, correct. And you can see straight away.
How do you do it, Michael?
Yes. There's a seasoned professional commentator there. A commentator's eye, Michael. And John using his left hand there.
Well, they're only playing straight peg down the edge, Roger. They're not.
Yeah, but it
they're
does
not going
do a
round
little
peg,
bit
yeah,
of snaking around.
I know, but you would feel a little bit comfortable if they're going straight down the edge, wouldn't you? Greg,
It goes
he
through
wants to run. He wants to run.
and
Goes Glynn.
it's not quite as straightforward as you'd think.
Glynn's not been down there, though, has he, tonight?
No.
John and Greg have, and Greg and Gary. So John's hoping that he can take one or two ends off Glynn.
Wants 4 foot in, Glynn.
It's open for him.
Certainly
Call
for
it, Michael.
certainly for
Well,
the
he
best.
won't, I think he's got to miss his own and keep above it.
He's a
He's got to
chance.
keep above that. He's hit it.
There's the
Need it to
danger
be
for
above
Glynn,
it.
and it's 2 to John, and John now is 15-12 advantage.
Yeah.
Could be the crucial difference. You just don't know at this stage. It all depends on his lead and back along this edge. The left hand, they'll be dragging it up. It is a falling mark when you get into the by where the railings are.
And you've got to reach it as well. Get it up that hill, all the way up to there. Then down, then up, then down.
And he likes
And
it.
then runs
The
level.
pace is good. Yeah, the crowd like it as well.
Yeah, he's just upped it a little bit now. Wow.
Glynn's
Is he underneath though?
certainly reached. Great
Oh,
ball,
so he's
Cookson.
won it,
Great
yes.
ball.
From the crowd.
Very good ball. Like watching you in your peak, Michael.
Peak cap.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Has he,
Oh,
run,
Bill
has he
likes
got
it.
anything?
He's
Has he got an
taking it
hit? Oh, he's knocked the ball onto the jack, unlucky. He really fancied that, did John?
Was all over it with a miss, but it didn't miss.
I would think Glynn's going to steer away from this, to be honest.
It's dangerous going
If
for
he
two, I
just
think.
plays a little
Be
bit
happy
too
to
far
hold the
and
jack and
picks a
and get
jack
in these
up.
corners.
Back in that corner.
Yeah, one a jack.
Yeah,
He's half tried, hasn't he?
yeah, he has. Yes, it was a good end for Glynn to win that.
Game on.
Yeah.
3-5 going home, and we're into the country again.
Coming back to Old Faithful, where he's won the competition. Finger peg under the crown. With John's bowls, they might do. I think he caught John last time they played in the final. John kept going under and over.
Yeah.
He just couldn't. He got the length, but couldn't find the road.
I keep being told, I've not played John. Are John's bowls that weak? I keep hearing about
They're
John
not-
Bailey's
they're
bowls being
not-
very weak.
I've played against weaker bowls, but they don't have much bias in them.
No.
But he can handle them. You know,
He knows what he's
handles them.
doing.
Yeah,
He does.
yeah.
He does. And they are so excellently suited to the Waterloo as well, which is one of John's favourite tracks. There's no doubt about it.
Yes.
One mark in particular in the Waterloo. Well, he was very unlucky actually in the final last year against Tim Horton.
I backed him, Roger.
He backed him,
I did.
And he did have arguably the winning ball going in.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he does play that mark particularly well.
Is he far
He
enough?
wants to run a
Is he
yard.
far
He wants
enough?
to run a yard to win. It's not one.
Certainly not one.
Probably saved. But yeah. Well, he was having a look, Glenn. Yeah, just the one.
14-15.
He's back into this corner where the railings are.
Yeah. Bump
Yeah,
peg.
John can consider himself very lucky there, Bodge, couldn't he?
Yeah.
In terms of that final.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I personally think last year when he beat Glynn in the semi-final, did John, because he actually thought after beating Glynn with his celebration of winning that he thought that's all I had to do. And I'm not being disrespectful
No.
to Tim or anything
Never say
like that.
You can never say
And I
that,
don't
can
think
you?
John
No.
would have been, but I
No,
think
no.
psychologically and subconsciously, I think it just took the edge off his game. That is my opinion.
Interesting, Michael.
Yeah.
Great lead, Cookson in the corner.
Yeah,
Great
that's
effort.
it,
Great
great
effort.
effort.
Bailey.
Look
Yeah,
at
mix
this.
it with this.
Just
Oh,
give up.
give up.
Just give up.
Yeah.
Good bowling over that distance.
Marvellous bowling. That ball of John's would count 19
this
times
is
out of 20.
This is fortune favouring the Braves. Glynn's
He's played underneath
they did
it.
have a real try on the road.
If John can play a yard over.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Well, there we go. He's playing a real reacher at it.
He says it's a
Says he likes
chance.
it, so
Plenty saying it's got a
He says
chance.
it's a
after it.
chance. Has he hit it? Oh, he's hit that short ball.
He really
it
liked
was a
it.
good effort.
Well position from Glynn then.
First to 6, Michael.
6 up. Well, we should have started at 15 apiece, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
Really?
it's got a lot better without a doubt.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's turned into a good game now.
It is. They're both up there now. They're both battling for that finishing line.
Seagulls are coming in now, getting ready to go to bed.
Yes, and the moon is out.
The tide's in.
Could be a full moon, that.
We might be able to see. You can see behind the clouds. Cookson's played a one.
Yeah.
Played a real ball. It's
You're not going to turn into a werewolf on us, Michael, are you?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not, Roger.
Something wrong with this, Michael.
This is his problem, getting it all under and over. He's played it a lot higher and it slips against the bias.
It's finished closer than I thought, to be honest.
Yeah.
Glynn's nearly gone on a trot there.
Well, it needs to get under that ball. If it gets under it, it's a hell of a chance of another.
He's got another. And again, this is really is deja vu. He loves this mark, does Glynn.
It's good bowling, that is.
Yeah, always attacking that jack, and it is too. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
There's a big ball this all of a sudden now.
John needs to be into it. Any connection on anything will surely help John.
So he's coming in the other peg here because
He's still watching it.
Yeah,
He's off the
he
mat,
is.
still watching it.
He's give it hell of a
This
chance.
is a great effort. Oh dear.
It's just drifted and gone out straight.
Absolutely brilliant effort though.
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
down
it's
there.
crazy, Glynn.
What do you get for brilliant efforts, Michael?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Shake of the head.
Very impressed with the referee today, Michael.
Quite a lot of people are.
Yes.
Quite a lot of people
well,
are.
I think DT Evans.
He
The one
does,
thing we've got our claim to fame in Wales. I think if there's a better referee in Crown, the British Crown Green Rota, well, I would be biased being Welsh, but I think DT Evans is pretty much number one at the moment. And
Very good.
he's done all the big finals, county finals. He's refereed the Waterloo, champion of champions, All England, and he deserves all the accolades he gets.
Yeah, no, very impressed. Lets him get on with it.
Yeah.
Gives the call when he needs to. Done a good job.
Well, you generally can do a good job when you've got 8 top class players who know how to play the game.
Yeah, he lets the players get
So,
on. He'll only
there's no need for a referee in
Get
most
involved
of
when
these
he's asked
games. They just
no, yes, the
need that
wind,
little bit of help.
the wind's really picking up and gusting now, and Glynn had a little complaint to the gods there about the winds gusting just as he was delivering it. And
I'd just like to see him a bit nearer the end, so.
Always criticising.
When you get quick players, you know, if Glynn says that, who's in now, and he's
You just can't win.
15 yards away.
Just can't win. Would you
Well,
kick this referee as well, Michael?
Glynn,
don't know
something
what
wrong with
you mean
this
by
in
that.
terms of what? Is he in? Oh, not a lot wrong. Glynn slapped his thigh and he's played an absolute dead length.
It's
Yeah,
took him
I
all 3 seconds to get there. But he was quick with the decision,
Yes,
which is
that's what we like.
always nice to know.
Well, John's after this.
This was a big end for Glynn.
It's-
Roger stood up for this.
Yeah,
and
I'm
everything.
looking. Yeah, I'm just.
Roger stood up for
Yeah,
this. and
yeah.
everything.
It's
The
a
clock's
vital
gone
ball, vital ball, but it doesn't count. He looks up to the heavens in despair.
Cookson.
Gets another
Cookson
one.
won. Green knowledge, Michael.
So from 15-12 down, he's gone 18-15 up.
18-15, aye. Yes, well.
And
in-
once
back in
again,
this trusted
he's
corner.
Back in this corner, yeah.
Well, if John can play a similar ball to his last one into this corner, he'll win the end, I think. Because he sent the jack a little bit further than he has been doing.
Wants to run a bit, Michael,
Yes.
but it won't finish bad.
It's going to be a yard off.
Prolific runners, these balls.
Yard on the other side.
He'd rather have it than not.
Yeah, it'll look a lot nearer from that.
Yeah. Well, John's changed his mind in terms of
Big
coming
effort
into
for
this
me.
corner. He's now
This is a
followed
better
Glynn in.
length.
Big effort for me.
Better length.
Yeah, he was happy with
What a
where the
good
jab
ball.
was.
Big ball here from Glynn. Nearly running after it, Glynn.
Certainly got the trip.
Needs to stop.
Yeah, it's certainly going, and it looks a touch underneath to me.
Underneath as well.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
not managed to drag it in on his arm.
Yeah. So John will want to double up here to close up the gap again. Got it away nice.
Yeah, it's far enough.
Yeah.
It's on the
You're
road.
wanting it to stop in a
Oh,
minute.
that's what it's got to do. It's just got to weigh a touch.
Just gone
Right,
out.
It's just sneaked out now.
Yeah, just gone out.
It was a good effort, good road.
Well, he's got the jack back and he's
One
got Glynn
down.
off this mark.
Is he going down into the hollow?
I don't know.
He's not played it so well, Michael, for me.
What options does he have?
I think he's got this edge in front of us here as an option to get into this corner and play that mark he played against Greg Smith. He's not played it all game, and now if ever he needs it, it's now.
I'm going for the hollow.
No, correct,
Michael's right
correct. You see, there speaks a veteran of the game, literally.
I always believe that you should always go to what you know when you're desperate for chalks.
Yeah.
Any good, Michael? Call it.
It's not adapting if it's on road. If it's on road, it's all right.
Yes, yeah. It's woken the crowd up with a great lead from John.
Caught Glynn short both bowls last time. No, he caught him
He's
too
not.
far, didn't he?
He's not short, really. Yes, he
Caught
is.
him
He's
too
not
far.
got down the dip, has he? And he's on the bottom
Yeah, it's
side.
just
First bowl's
Not
in.
making it.
Easy. Glynn looks good. Yard short. John Levelish, isn't he, Michael?
I would have thought so. This has to run.
well, John's after it.
This
Definitely
needs
got
to
to
run.
run. Definitely got to run.
Oh,
Not going to make
yeah, it's
two.
not going to make it.
He's give Glynn a chance now.
This is
Glynn Cookson run it.
Glynn Cookson's special is normally delivered at this stage.
Certainly reached.
He's happy for an hit. He's looking for any hit.
He just wants it for two.
And he's
Yeah,
got
What
the
a good
hit.
ball, Glynn Cookson.
How many times do you see Glynn
Stayed
Cookson
on
doing
it.
that? When it's block or ball, he never
Yeah.
hesitates. Straight down it.
Yeah, John will be absolutely livid for not getting another there.
Yeah. Bad second bowl.
Means that Glynn can get out now at this end.
That was a massive, massive moment in the game, I think. He's looking at this corner now.
No, he's
Oh.
not. He's just
Sort of
going
just
over the
middle,
crown.
just over the middle. Where he did steal a chalk or two early on in the game on this mark, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Oh, it's not going to be a daft one whenever it lets. It's got a length.
Won't win the end, Michael.
No, but if John doesn't make it with this, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's got to run.
And he hasn't.
He's got to run. Oh, he's got a little bit of work out of it, just to limp in, I think.
Well, can it get past this ball? It's underneath it.
I think it can.
It's underneath it. It comes off the crown and
Glenn's
runs
worked
it.
in. That was a good ball.
I would presume it's only one, and John's gone the other peg. And he's got to run. And it's coming
Yeah,
over
it's all
here.
about his road.
come
It's all
over
about his
here.
road. It's
Perfect
whipping
pace.
round. Yeah, it's
Perfect
whipped round.
pace.
Come over here. Cookson one.
All but
20.
Michael. All but 16.
Yeah. Is Glynn looking for a third title in 4 years here? He's 1 point away from it.
Cookson at the start.
Don't say it was you, Michael. Well, there you go.
Not over yet though.
No.
Correct.
Can all change. There's quite a few games left tonight already.
It's gone quite short. Again, very unusual.
Certainly far enough.
Yeah, he needs to nibble it. Needs to nibble. It's not a
It's not a
dafting,
bad
you know.
How quick is it pulling up now?
Mm.
Looked plenty far enough,
Yeah.
that, didn't it?
Yeah,
I
he
think
did.
Glynn's trying to exploit
This
the,
is reached.
the
This is
weakness of
further
John's
than
balls.
Glynn's.
And terms
Not
of that. And
now.
he's sat it. He's sat it
It's not
perfectly.
now. The crowd are clapping at anything. Well, if this is on the road, it's got a big chance.
He's looking at it. He's got the gap.
Has it not won it? Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
thought
has
so.
won it.
Isn't it? Is John brave enough to try and lick it, or is he going to play to far?
He's played a reacher.
Yeah, he's
Played a
like
reacher.
it.
He
He
doesn't
doesn't
know.
like it.
No,
It's
he
body
doesn't like it.
language.
He's
He
underneath.
doesn't like
He's
it.
underneath with speed.
Well played,
And
Glynn.
Glynn Cookson is the 2017 Craig Roberts Memorial Trophy winner with a 21-16 win over John Bailey, and that's Glynn's third title in 4 years. A magnificent performance again from Glynn. And on behalf of Bodge, Rog and Michael, it's good night. Yeah, Bodge, I did say. And see you next year.